the two have graced the 7x4 table, Mark Boyle and Liam Dunster. Obviously, these guys played yesterday, and Mr. Boyle got the better of that. How do you see this one going?
Well, it was 9 frames to 2. You say just the better. It was 9 frames to 2, and it was just a masterclass performance yesterday. I think you just saw Liam Dunster just smiling in his chair, just knowing that he's on the back end of a bit of a beating here. We've seen some revenge already with Simon and Mark Farnsworth. Is the same going to happen with this? I mean, they're the best of friends off the table anyway, but when it gets into this TV arena, you see the very, very best come out on top. Who's that going to be today? It's going to be a tough one to call. We haven't seen the best of Mark Boyle today, where Liam is coming a little bit under the radar and all of a sudden he's still getting through, etc. This could be a close one.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Well, it is blockbuster alert. It is Mark Boyle against Liam Dunster. Let's get over to the commentary box with Andy Richardson, but first of all, Dan Fairway.
Thanks, Kev. Boyle versus Dunster, Battle of Scotland. And a beautiful penultimate match to finish the weekend here in Coventry. Andy, Boyle 9-2 yesterday against Liam.
Yeah.
Can he do it again?
Well, I'm sure he can do it again, but I'll tell you something, Liam Dunster could return the favour equally. These two players, two of the elite on the IPA tour, both have beaten each other on a regular basis for a long time. And there's not a great deal between them, trust me. Be hard to say who's favourite in this match. I don't think there is a favourite.
No, I mean 5 to 6 either way, I think, if you go to the bookies.
I suppose you're only going form, so maybe after yesterday's result you might say Mark Boyle potentially on form, you know, but listen, these two are top of the game.
Even the lag's millimetres apart, look at that.
Probably that's the indicator, that tells you.
Yeah, this should be a fascinating encounter between these two. Quite incredible that they've both got to the same stage again in the tournament, really.
Yeah. Well, we say incredible. I mean, they do it regularly, don't they? They're always at the back end of a tournament, I suppose. You know,
They are, but, you know, 2 semis or 2 finals is an achievement at this level, any level. But at this level, you don't see that even among the top players all that often. And Liam Dunster will be hoping to put a couple of wrongs right, perhaps, in his mind after yesterday.
Yeah, well, I was commentating on one of the matches with Gavin Robinson, and he was saying that Mark Boyle hasn't practiced prior to this tournament. Seriously, he's had things on in his personal life, and he hadn't practiced really. You think he'd had like a quick knock before he came. And if that's the case, I think he wants to practice him for good, because he has been absolutely outstanding.
What a genuinely terrifying
Honestly.
thought that is. It's horrendous. Boyle to open with his famous cut break, and in goes the 8 ball, and we'll start again.
Wow. Fantastic break. Brilliant from how he breaks from the side. I say it every time I commentate, it's the same thing.
I'm more interested to see how Liam breaks, because in his match earlier that we commentated on, he switched. He went from one break to another. He went from a sort of safer break on the right-hand side of the table from our perspective, to a slightly more aggressive one from the left-hand side.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see whether he feels like that one was working, and back on the same table, will he stick with it?
Yeah, it just depends. It's very clever of him how he switched sides, and not just switch sides, but switch the tempo, the speed of the break, and even the angle that he was cueing into the cue ball. Yeah. So, 8 ball down, first break. It's a re-rack. You don't win the game, you don't lose the game with these rules. It's the same player to break, and that player is Mark Boyle. So let's have a look again. Love watching him break. Second ball down. Hits it full. Everything you can see there. Bang. Straight into the side. And look at these. Look at these.
Glorious. It's an absolutely glorious split.
I think there's a small chance that he may go yellows here.
Do you think?
Possibly, I don't know.
I don't know how you can tell.
Dear me.
That is, yeah. I saw a comment on social media earlier from one of our players. I think it was Ryan Clark, who he described Mark Boyle's break as a cheat code, and I don't think there are many more apt expressions for it. It just is.
Yeah, it almost shouldn't be allowed. It's such a massive weapon, such an advantage to be able to power the ball like that from the side and not lose the cue ball. Many people have tried to play the same break at that pace, and many a cue ball has gone airborne, I can assure you. So he just drops this in the middle, just slightly off straight, exactly as he wanted it. And there you can see he'll be stunning out. He'll be playing the ball nearest the black, the 8 ball I would think here. Here he does. Just wants to leave an angle here, probably stay high. If he draws back, stays high. But he can run through, it's up to him. I draw back, so screws back. And what you do here is you can play 2 cushions. So trace of left hand side on the cue ball, yellow into the corner, bottom cushion to side cushion. There you see it, just a little trace. And well, he'd done all the work with the break, to be honest, but they still were there to be potted. There you see it, 8 into the corner to open proceedings. Mark Boyle takes a 1-0 lead. 1-0 lead and a thunderous break. Look at this. Bang!
Honestly, it's, yeah.
It's a joy to behold, isn't it?
It's just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
So Dan, you were saying in the previous match, Liam started off on the left as they see it and moved over to the right. Does he start on the right or does he start on the left?
It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I do feel like they're right. So Liam's right. When he was breaking to that side, it was a more aggressive break.
It was. It certainly was.
Yeah.
And purely, you can tell that because he wasn't breaking off his hand as well. So to increase the power, he was staying more level to the bed of the table. And that's what he's doing again.
Here we go.
You'll see, I don't think he'll cue off his hand over the pocket. It'll be off the rail.
Yeah.
So he must have seen something. He must feel that the way these balls are sat. We'll have to ask him. We'll have to ask him at some point. Why does he cue off the middle of the pocket on the other side? Does he alternate? You know, is it something he sees? Probably won't tell us. Well, I wouldn't blame him.
It doesn't have the same fireworks, but it's definitely had the same result.
Yeah, it's still up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still extremely effective. And no clusters. Again, both these players, when they break and it's working well, tends to leave the balls open.
Again, it's hard to see any real problems. I think it's probably yellows because the red to the right of the breaking line, that is awkward.
Yeah, the red also that's near the rack, the line where the rack goes is awkward. Definitely yellows the colour.
Yeah, sorry, that's the line I meant. Actually.
Oh, sorry.
No. It's just I've never quite worked out what to call it.
Well, I'm just calling it the racking line, but
yeah. No, that's better than mine actually.
I would have said probably before the head spot is what I would have said. You know where you put the head ball.
Yeah.
That's sort of the line, but yeah, I think the racking line we've coined it now. That's what it is.
Yep, I'm happy with that. The racking line.
We'll patent it.
Because the balk line is up the top.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. This would be the key shot then.
Yeah, and I think he'd like to have been. If he was the other side of this yellow, so if he was a little either straight or maybe the other side, could he have screwed back for the top of these 3 yellows at the bottom of the table? Does it pass? That looks like it passes, doesn't it?
Does,
the yellow next to the black looks like it passes into the corner, top of the screen there, top left. Oh, well, he played it off the red, so great shot.
Yeah, real clever.
Very inventive. Exactly the same result, so he's exactly where I thought he was going. He played it in a different way. They do make it look so easy, Dan.
Oh, yeah, it's highly annoying to watch at times. Brilliant to watch. But,
and there, look, use the red.
Yeah.
If you use the red, you can't go wrong, can you?
And you can't not use the red either, really. It's just, everything is so well worked out.
I mean, he could have played that without running into the red.
Yeah.
But he knew if he played into the red, he was guaranteed to be where he wanted to be. You're not judging pace, you're not just sort of running and stunning out into little spots. Just being careful there. Cueing with the ball on the side cushion. So screws it back. And this, what would be a simple 8 ball into the middle for Liam Dunster, is to take him level. And I think this could be a classic, Dan. I really do.
Well, it certainly started in that vein. 2 break dishes to start us off, 1 apiece. And the scoreline reads the same. These two are treating us so far to an exhibition of blackball pool. And long may it continue.
So 1 apiece. Great finish there from Liam. Both players are top of the game, as I keep saying. And I could see this being a break clearance, just a complete all-out attack. Are in the obvious dry break scenario. So, Mark Boyle about to break. And he's stayed at this pot on this table. He's stayed at this spot here. He's always broke from the same spot every match he's been on the stream table. It works for him. No need to change anything. Once again. Well, it's very, very, very unlucky. And it's very rare that happens when you break like that from the side. Nothing wrong with the way he struck them. Let's see this rerun. Great, look, just got kicked in the middle. You can't do anything about it. Doesn't happen often. He doesn't want it to happen often. Certainly not against Liam Dunster. So Liam with a free shot here. I'll be honest, I don't think he even needs a free shot. He'll use it wisely. Yellows looking good. So here you see May not even choose to pot this, just push it onto the side and out over the middle. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Just needs to pay a little bit of attention to the two balls that are close together. But the lower of them definitely goes anyway, so it's not an issue. Basically, once he went in off there, Mark, I think he wrote this frame off. There you can see yellow to middle, and then he'll be playing one of those two balls close together, the lower one into the corner. I think will be his next shot. No need to be adventurous. So there you go. Played it differently. Straight to the side. Plays this to corner. He can play into the middle if he chooses. That's what he's done. Punches it into the middle. There you see, he's just looking where he wants to be. This yellow in front of him is going to be going into the same pocket. Just needs to be mindful. That black there. He's going to draw this, screw this back to the side cushion. Just wants it to bite, which is what he's done. He leaves this yellow to the corner. Just drop this in if he feels. Yep, drops it in, leaves the 8 into the middle. Yeah. As a result of the dry break, and with the addition of the free shot that I'm sure he didn't need, it's 2-1 to Liam Dunster. And that scratch there, that in-off, that could be costly in a match like this, with these two players at the peak like they are. Usually evens itself out over time. But races to 8 like this, you know, they can be over in a flash with players of this calibre. Can't do anything about it, hit them perfectly. Textbook Mark Boyle break, very, very unfortunate to go into the middle. So it's Liam Dunster to break in the next frame. Our referee there, just setting the balls up for us. Just checking that they're all touching. Very important. So Liam, so he's staying over at the right-hand side of the table as he sees it. Once again, not cueing off his hand, he'll be cueing off the rail. There you see, off the rail. Puts a little bit more pace on when he does this. Great break. Wonderful timing. What's he got? So, balls down. should I say, ball down. Which colour suit or colour set does he want? Just looking here. Needs to develop something. 2 yellows with the red sandwich between them. Both colours without that problem would be fair game. Well, an error, a misjudgment. Well, he must have been sure that was going to go. To be honest, it wasn't even close. So, that's exactly what Mark Boyle needed. Punished in the last frame for no fault of his own, with the in-off from the break. And that shot there from Liam, not like Liam that. Must have thought he could squeeze that ball in. Mark Boyle back at the table early. Because of the attempt, cluster is no longer there. Look at yellows. Straight up towards the problem area. Brilliant shot. Drops this in the middle. Now you see, he leaves the yellow to the corner, but he deliberately leaves a slight angle, which favours him returning up table. So yeah, just tops it into the corner. Could just run into the 8 here. Manages to pass it. So here he needs to cue this. He's going to play just slightly off the cushion. Yeah, there you see. Lovely.
It's beautifully precise, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Artistry. Fluid. Flowing cue action. There, leaves himself an angle. So he can play off the bottom cushion. He probably choose to take this 8 into the top right as we look now. But he could go middle even, it's up to him. Depends where he lands. It's not the line he was looking for.
No,
Top right was the shot, wasn't it? Yeah,
it's a
definitely.
slightly more awkward 8 ball than was necessary, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Top snooker player as well as a pool player, so there should be no trouble for Mark Boyle. Brilliant.
and that's the way it turns out. Mark Boyle levels the scores at 2 apiece. So a foul break in the previous frame and a reverse dish.
Yeah, and there, I know Dan had just popped out for a comfort break there, just returned. So I'll just fill you in down there. And Liam made a ball, great break. And he had a little cluster, a problem area. And he attempted to play a plant. And I think he thought he could make the plant. And, well, he missed it, basically.
We can take a look at both breaks here.
Well, those 2 breaks there, very similar pace on the ball, to be honest. Liam, a lot of power in there, but I think when you watch Liam break from the other side, and as I keep saying, and he breaks over the pocket with on his hand, he takes the power off. So it's a slightly different break when he does that. But yeah, they were very similar. This break from the right of Liam's very effective. Great to see the two side by side.
Yeah, nice bit of camera trickery, that.
Yeah, very good. I don't think I'd like to own a club where people were trying to practice it though, do you? White balls flying everywhere. You'd have no glasses left, would you?
What's the worst you've ever seen? I've seen someone scoop it into a TV that was about 12 feet above the table.
Shall I tell you something? I was once watching a game and somebody played a shot. The white ball shot off the table. It's absolutely true. I had a pint of Guinness in my hand. I'd drunk half of it. The cue ball hit the glass and smashed the top of the glass off and left the rest of the Guinness in it. Absolutely true.
Did you dare put it to your lips?
I didn't
to
even
finish
flinch. Didn't even flinch. Yeah.
But did you drink the rest of the pint?
I'm sure I did. I don't know. Yeah, probably not a wise move with a broken glass.
Probably
but
not.
yeah.
No.
Well, I didn't spill a drop. I'll tell you that.
I've got a sore throat this morning. Who knew Guinness is glue for glasses?
Yeah. It was so funny. It smashes the top of the glass and leaves the rest of the glass and all of the Guinness still there.
Beautiful. Did it look like half a pint?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure I did drink the rest of it as well. Worryingly.
It's a wonder you're still alive.
So Mark, once again, previously very unfortunate to be kicked into the middle. Especially the middle that he was kicked into, the same side as he breaks from. That's hard to get to when you break like this.
Well, this is dry. But what's it left? I don't think he's got a nice ball to start with at all. The easiest spot is the red in the balk area. Could take a yellow. You could thin one into the left centre, but I think reds are probably a slight favourite anyway, because that yellow below the balk line there, over on the left-hand side, is somewhat awkward, whereas the red would go in the middle.
Yeah, that's two breaks now on the bounce. So struck those once again. Fantastic break. And nothing down, but the saving grace in this frame is that the cue ball has landed on the bottom cushion. So as you say, Dan, nothing easy to open here. This is the long red. Yeah, you expect him to get this, but got to be struck properly, this. Well, out of the pocket once again.
Spot on as well, because I wasn't sure if he had enough angle to get round for that red I mentioned. And he did. So this has opened up into a brilliant chance.
Yeah, set this red to middle.
Because he had to be far enough over to the left that he wasn't running the cue ball into the yellow when he pots this.
Into the middle. As you can see there, look. Not easy, these, not gimmies. Never touch the sides. So maybe one of the more difficult balls here would be the 8, if anything. And it's not particularly difficult, but a couple of yellows near it just makes it that little bit more difficult for position.
Yeah, you probably want to clear the most difficult red now. The one on the left-hand side of the table.
Yeah. Near the cushion, side cushion.
Tricky shot, that.
Well, it is for the average punter, but I don't know if tricky is the word for Liam Dunster. I think it's more likely bread and butter when he's on his A game.
Right down to the last second once again.
Yeah, and once again, didn't touch the sides. Yeah, brilliant shot. Brilliant shot. So as I said before, it's just this 8, Dan. It's got to be mindful that this 8 ball there, it's got to make sure it's the right angle.
Yeah, you've really only got 2 pockets to play it in, top right or right centre. And,
Does it go to the other centre if he needs to? I don't think it does it?
Maybe
tight?
if
You
you're
certainly don't want
right
to be
behind
playing,
it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not an intended pocket. I don't think you'd
No.
choose it. You might get away with it if you went all over the place and landed out of position. But
realistically, though, you'd have to go a long way out of position. Having said that,
where he lands now does make you think that possibly
tough to get over to the left side of the table from here. So perhaps it does. It does look mighty tight.
Yeah. Oh, he's looking now. I think I'd have been looking earlier. I'm sure he thinks it does. See, maybe something else up his sleeve. No, he does think it passes.
He wants to be right behind it, and he is.
Yeah. And that was key there. He really needed to be almost straight on this.
Yeah.
Because any angle at all, he's sort of cutting across, and those yellows will be looming large.
It's also really helpful to have that pocket in your eye line when you're taking
exactly.
the shot.
It's like a blind shot otherwise, like a blind pocket. Yeah. So yeah, we weren't sure whether that went there, but
Liam was, and that's the main thing.
yeah.
He leads 3 frames to 2.
And that was a good finish, wasn't it? Awkward lay there for his first shot. Plays the long red. Well executed, as you picked up, Dan.
Yeah, I
He
think
needed to get that angle. He didn't want to be running into the yellow next to his second red.
the first shot was absolutely key because, yeah, if he didn't get far enough over to the left-hand side of the table and he had to take that red into the middle and run into the yellow, I don't think he could have got out from there, honestly.
Certainly would have been more difficult.
Mark maybe slightly bemoaning his luck so far in this match off the breaks.
Well, I think he's got every right. Cruel kick into the middle, and then the dry break when he's hit them so well. But he's played this game long enough to know these things happen. He was relentless yesterday, breaking, smashing the balls open and clearing for fun when he had the opportunity. So, you know, he's got to expect time to time that things don't quite work out. There is an element of luck in the break. But these guys have worked out as much as you can. Give themselves every chance of making a ball. And the more I watch Liam break from this side down, the more I think there isn't a great deal in it, you know, between him and Mark Boyle when he's breaking like this.
No, he's cracked the code, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a different break, breaking like that. Off that side cushion as opposed to over the pocket. Much better, much more productive for him at the moment anyway.
I wonder how he works out which one of his breaks he's going to use. Whether, obviously it'll be how the table's playing, but I wonder whether his opponent makes any difference.
I don't think he does.
Whether he feels like, I know what you mean, but I wonder if he feels like if he's coming up against a player that he's less likely to lose a tactical battle to, he might be more willing to take the power off and take control.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people use the side break for a lot in the early days, is if they thought they were struggling maybe, or they thought somebody was very aggressive, they tend to open them from the side. On the reason being that you leave clusters, but these two guys aren't trying to leave clusters.
No, but Liam's other break is trying to leave
So
clusters.
I think what Liam does, and what you tend to do in other disciplines with where you break is massive, is you look at the patterns of the balls when you break. So he's breaking from the left initially, and he's seeing that consistently certain patterns evolve, and he's not making the balls that he thinks he's going to make. So he moves to the other side and works out. He maybe would have tried one try off the side rail, and then he maybe would have reverted to middle of the pocket.
Wasn't working.
But so he's just seen something. You look at the patterns as the balls move.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's that as opposed to the opponent. But yeah, people did used to do that, Dan. It's right. They would side break, hoping that if they didn't make a ball, even if they did, they left clusters because they believed they were stronger tacticians.
Yeah.
But that was then. And now it's all about smashing them open, taking your opportunities.
I would say Liam is a little bit of a throwback in the way that he plays the game, though, compared to most of the younger breed of players.
He doesn't let that cue ball travel, does it? As much as a lot of the players. Very tight, very compact patterns. Whereas Mark Boyle, he uses a lot of, you see a lot of spin. He'll throw around the angles.
Yeah.
Simon Ward, similar.
Yeah, Simon's got, yeah. It's beautiful to watch because he's so expansive with the cue ball.
Yeah, it's precision though when you watch Liam.
Yeah.
The thing is, the way he plays, you can see every time it's obvious what he's going to do next, isn't it? He's just in such good position all the time.
Just going to be digging into the cue ball here slightly. Cueing that close to the rail. Just adds a bit more difficulty to the shot.
Great shot. Great shot. And this is to open up a 2-frame lead in this semi-final. So this 8 to middle for a 4-2 lead.
Well, we're going to have a look at 2 breaks now, one after the other. Here's one from Liam yesterday.
So there you see, not full pace there, deliberately so as well. And there you see the break today. So the break from the left was over the middle of the pocket liner, off his hand. So he's cueing down onto the cue ball. And if he plays at the same pace as he does from the other side, I think he goes airborne. So he deliberately, when he changes sides, or certainly when he breaks off the rail itself, he deliberately doesn't cue off his hand. And the power that he generates, well, we've seen them side to side there, very similar to Mark Boyle. So there's not a lot in it, now. Liam Dunster, he might have cracked it. We've all raved for a long time about Mark Boyle's break, but I think Liam Dunster's is very similar there. Breaking off that rail, very similar, certainly today anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's a return for form for Mark Boyle.
And just as I say that, yeah, absolutely thunders them.
Crunch. Now the question, does he have a yellow to start with?
Well, he has a long yellow, doesn't he?
Does that go? Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Does go.
Yeah.
And if he could play it in such a way that he can get to the side cushion, I don't know if he can, but if he can get to the side cushion to get the one that's just in front of the red in front of that yellow, well, I think it'd be frame over.
It's just that one red, isn't it, in that lower left quarter of the table that's stopping you from going reds, really.
Well, he's going reds, is he?
He is.
He fancies up.
He fancies getting into it early. You screw across the side rail and hit it out. Oh, that's what he's tried. This has not gone well. He's still got long red on. He's got a thin cut as well, which might get that awkward red out.
Yeah.
He's straight down into it.
Yeah, he obviously wasn't on that long yellow as he would have hoped. So, well, just kicked it onto the side cushion. So this has made it a bit tricky.
It's a big shot, but the red closest to the top left pocket, if you could pop that, cue it nicely and screw back down the table, you're going to flick that red back out into open play.
Yeah, you are. I think the only thing you're frightened of if you attempt this is that you maybe glue the cue ball to the cushion.
Look at
But
that.
Look at that, yeah. That is a fantastic shot. That is such a skillful shot. Not only did he move the ball off the cushion, but he dropped it dead weight over the middle.
A magnificent piece of judgment.
Made to look much easier than it was. There you go. Long red. 8 over the corner. To put himself just the one behind. This has been a real treat, Dan.
It certainly
been a
has.
pleasure to commentate on. Brilliant.
Well, we are 7 frames into this match and 6 of them have been finished directly from the break. The first visit clearance 6 times out of 7 rather. And there was the shot that made that one possible. Beautifully done from Mark Boyle. And now eyes fall once again on Liam Dunster.
Both players there cleaning the cues down. Despite the fact they both use a glove.
So we're in the 8th frame now of this race to 8, effectively the halfway point.
See our chairman in the background there, Kevin Barton.
He's hiding behind a girder.
He is, he's trying.
No, he doesn't want to do any work. He might be skinny, but he's not that skinny.
I think we'll get him to put a shift in here. In the broom cupboard. Took a bit of pace off there, Dan, did he?
And yet, look at the result.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Look at that result. I agree, but it was possibly a little bit softer.
I
But
just got that impression. Let's look at the probably didn't. Let's have a look at the rerun. No, he didn't. I don't think he hit them quite as hard, did he?
I still don't know if he hits them quite as hard as Mark does anyway.
No, I don't think he does in general.
No.
I think the two that we saw on the VT there, I think they looked very similar.
Yeah, possibly.
Those particular breaks. No, I would still give Mark Boyle the mantle of having the most powerful break from the side, definitely.
Either way, what a split this
But I do
is.
believe that Liam Dunster is on his way to getting somewhere near. More so when he breaks off the rail, as I keep saying.
Now, eyes up reds. The only red I can see that poses any kind of issue is the one below the black, to the left of the black from this angle.
But the yellow, the other side of that, the red, the other side of that yellow.
Yeah.
It's perfect just to drop in the corner, isn't it? Just run onto the yellow. Yeah, and he's taking that on now, I think. So, red to corner. Just, yeah, not too hard. There you go. Releases that ball you were talking about, Dan.
Yeah, that's the frame winning shot.
It is. And he's got options here. take the ball that he's on now, the red into the middle, sorry.
If Liam keeps breaking the way he's breaking, it is genuinely difficult to see how Mark gets back into this game.
Yeah, it's a big issue, isn't it? And that dry break, well, as I say, the break that Mark Boyle had where he was kicked into the middle, said at the time could be very costly.
He did follow it up with a dry one as well, which
Yeah.
was a bit harsh too.
Yeah, that was very harsh. All breaks, to be honest, have been faultless, haven't they? Well executed, powerful, great control of the cue ball. That's all he can ask for. But Mark Boyle, that couple of frames on the bounce there where he got kicked in the middle was awful, wasn't it? The dry break, he didn't leave a lot, but Liam played a great clearance, didn't he?
Yep. And Liam really is, well, he's missed one ball in the match so far. And I don't think Mark hasn't missed one yet.
No, he hasn't. It's been, honestly, the standard has been incredible. He's looking at his last red ball here. When he follows it up with his 8 ball, yeah, to the middle pocket. He's looking at a 5-3 lead, race to 8. So probably the only difference in this match really has been the breaks, hasn't it? It's been the outcome of the breaks. And you just can't do anything about that luck element. You can only control so much of it. Strike them well, make sure you're not going off. Get a good split, and just hope you leave something good and you make a ball. So 5-3 it is. Liam Dunster. Calm as ever. No emotion.
No, very rare that you see any kind of show of emotion from Liam.
Yeah, I think both players very similar like that. Mark Boyle as well. Very very calm when he sits there.
Oh, look, it's the chairman pretending to work. He is our shot clock operator for this match. So he's actually doing something. Oh, look at that. Oh, it was funnier when you didn't tell him. Back to the action. 5-3 Dunster. Boyle staring slightly down the barrel here.
Yeah, absolutely imperative that he breaks and runs here.
Oh, well, the 8 ball's in. We'll start again.
Yeah, it is. And it was also noticeable again, that cue ball was tracking back towards that middle. That was the middle pocket of doom that cost him earlier on.
I guess that's the one thing with however much control you've got, the harder you hit the brake, the more likely the cue ball is to get nudged by something, just because there's more movement. Yeah. So regardless of how well you can control the cue ball, the better you hit the brake, the more likely you are to get kicked in off.
Yeah, sort of. I just think that when you smash them as hard as that and go back into them, there's so many balls moving that you would hope that, you know, you hit the first one, hit the second one, you sort of that.
Yeah. But it's hope rather than expectation,
Well,
isn't it? It's
you can't really manipulate a triangle, can you? Play other disciplines. 9 ball, there are ways you can make the wing ball, they call it, the corner, the ball on the edge. Certain ways you can manipulate a rack like that, but you can't do with this. But as I said before, Liam Dunster, I'm sure he works out, you know, when he's breaking, just exactly what's happening to that pack.
I think
he adjusts accordingly.
He's the closest anyone's come to genuinely solving the break. Mark's is so good because it's so big, whereas Liam has found a way, it seems, to guarantee a ball without the pace. Or if not guarantee, near enough guarantee.
I would agree with that. I think Liam reads it, as we keep saying, and Mark, it's brute force and control cue ball. There you see.
Just that last flick there of the yellow closest to the camera onto that red. Does that red still go?
Yeah, I believe the red does still go. And in doing so, can he play it in such a way that he pops that yellow away from that pocket?
That's the key, isn't it? If he can do that, then you expect this to be yet another break dish.
I think he can. Yeah, a little bit aside, kicks it back up. But he doesn't want to block that. Well, not gone quite as he would have liked. So he's blocked the pocket for the red that's close to that side cushion. Does go to middle if you're behind it.
Yeah, it's getting there though,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
getting there, yeah. Would have been a routine sort of clearance without that, I think. I say routine, obviously. Not easy, but no obvious obstacles.
It's getting away from him a little.
Wrong side of the red.
Does the red he's closest to pass that yellow that just came across and blocked the right corner?
I don't think that's what he played for, did he? Well, no,
He's cutting this
not.
back.
And is he going to try and run into the bad red? He is.
Oh, that's some shot.
How do you like that for a shot? Little unlucky there that he's landed where he has with the cue ball. But yeah, took the opportunity, out of position. Played a great cut back. Kicked into that awkward red. Deserved better. Deserved a better position with that cue ball for me.
Two difficult shots now. He's either got the cut back to the top right or the thin snick to the left centre. The snick to the centre is dangerous because you're running into the black.
It is, but I think snick to the centre is a shot.
This black's going to go quite close to the corner, isn't it?
Called it, but it's close, but not quite there. Almost in, but perfect. How's that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It was mighty close, though, wasn't it? I mean,
good call.
Wow.
Yeah. Almost catastrophe, but perfect. So into the corner, and he can. It's two ways here. He can run onto the cushion and run out with a little bit of side, or he can just bring the ball back. However he feels. There you go, brings it back. Drops this in the middle. This is going to put him just the one frame behind. And when you think about that scratch and that dry break, you know, could have been in front in this match. There you go. Fantastic standard.
In goes the 8-ball. 5-4 the lead now for Liam Dunster. He can't get away from Mark Boyle. And Mark Boyle can't, in the same vein, reel Liam Dunster in. That's 4 breaking clearances on the trot from these two. And 8 out of 9 that have been finishes from the break. Either a reverse dish or a break dish. That is some stat.
It really is.
Insane standard from these two.
Yeah, I can assure you, it's not as easy as these players make it look.
It's a lonely life if you're waiting, though, isn't it? There's Simon Ward. Yeah. He's been out in the bar, got a packet of crisps, had a drink, and now he waits the wait of a man looking for a first Open title in quite some time.
Yeah, rather the long wait than the long drive home, Dan.
Well, quite, yeah, absolutely.
The journey of doom when you've lost and you're thinking over all the things you could have done. So, Liam Dunster staying over at this side of the table. More of the same. Off the side rail. More power. Been working for him. Look at the precision there. Absolutely the same spot every time.
Yeah. I was going to say on a sixpence, but it's not. It's on an amoeba.
It's even
at
more,
this rate.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
will it be the same result?
Well, it's never exactly the same, is it? That's the thing. Never the same exactly. Ball in the middle. Red in the corner.
Just taking a little bit of working out this table, but I think it's probably yellows.
Yeah, you can see there's a path there. There's a yellow that's close to a red. I mean, he has an opportunity. He's a little bit thin on this, isn't he? Now you look at this from this perspective.
It is very thin.
It's a shame because that would have been a great chance, wouldn't it, to get behind and play that yellow. But I think it goes anyway, doesn't it?
You can't do a lot about the red, can you? I think you can discount reds because the red that's closest to the cue ball is really difficult to do anything with.
Yeah, yellow's here.
Yeah, can he snick this back in and just break those yellows open and make them nicer?
He doesn't want to do a lot with them.
I think that will do.
He'll take it. He'll take it.
Yeah. Slightly thinner one now. I don't think the one he's closest to goes up to the top right, so I think he's got to take the cut. Cue ball's going to be tracking somewhere near the right centre, so you've got to be a bit careful of that, but he might even play it as a skill shot and use the red to hold. He's gone down past it. This is okay. I thought he was going to end up wedged in behind the yellow for a moment.
Yeah, it was awkward. That red that's on the side cushion there was a little bit of a problem for him. So he's not in perfect position here. All yellows have a pocket, obviously. This again is probably the key shot now in the remaining 4 yellows. Just going to run through here. Just wants to pass that yellow, and he's dropped short. He's dropped short.
Did he have a slightly bad contact there? Or... I mean, it's a long way short, that.
Yeah. It's a long way short. He only had a sort of a slight angle there. He had to be absolutely online, didn't he, to get where he wanted to be. Well, he's not asking for the cue ball cleaning.
No.
I think it's just...
and he definitely would. So.
An execution problem.
Well, he's gone
what a shot
3
he's
rails.
attempted there. Well,
good effort.
Great
really
effort,
good
yeah.
effort. Could have gone in. Could have been a foul. As it turns out, neither.
So look. So no, I think he just.
Don't think that was a great contact, to be honest. But
it's hard to say. But as I say, he didn't get the cue ball cleaned.
No,
that would be the standard procedure.
So what can Mark Boyle do from here? This is the opportunity he needed to get back level. Because in a game with so few chances given up by your opponents and so many break dishes, that lag is vital, and this would bring him back to 5-all, and Mark would be the man with the advantage because he won that lag.
So here you see Mark thinks if he gets low, so somewhere towards the balk line on the right hand side of the table as we look. He's looking at playing red. If he gets stuck to the cushion, he plays red onto the... He's just got enough to just sort of catch. Just drop that red middle. If not, he may be... Let's see where he lands first.
Yeah, I think he might be playing this sort of cushion
first.
Red. Yeah,
exactly.
Cushion first into the yellow, then into the red.
That's why I waited to see where he landed.
Yeah.
It just depended where he landed.
Got to be a little bit careful here.
Well, he must feel it. Oh, he's getting straight onto it. Oh.
That is surprising.
Yeah, because it did look like that was going to be the outcome there.
Yeah.
It really did. Yeah. And with you, Dan, I thought maybe it's not quite the angle. That.
Yeah, I do feel like he could have nudged the red into the cushion. It would have just flicked the yellow and then flicked the red in, and it would have pushed the yellow out of the way. Had he made that pot, it's still a bit awkward.
And this is a rarity. a mistake from both players in the same frame. How often do you see that? This level with these two.
Well, there's two of them. And he's got away with it, has he? I mean, that's a touch. I think Mark can pot the red he's closest to.
Yeah, we say it's a touch, but Mark Boyle, what a potter this guy is. An ex-professional snooker player. And if he does take this red on to the corner where the yellow is and runs through, well, all the reds go, don't they?
It's a pretty poor shot from Liam by his standards.
Yeah. There you see, so he plays corner, just runs down, so runs down, there you go. I presume that the lower of these reds passes the yellow, does it?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it does.
Well, if it doesn't, he's got a problem.
Yeah. It might do. He might have half a pocket. We'll see how he plays this. No, it doesn't.
Well, if it doesn't, you'll be seeing one of his trademark spins.
He's given himself a really nice angle here. Got options. He can go around the back of it.
Yeah, around the back of it, I think, is the shot. If it doesn't go,
he could stun in front. But
round the back of it.
Round the back gives him two pockets to be aiming for.
There
But no, he's gone.
Well, he had the angle, but yeah, it's basically the same outcome. He's playing behind it, so to the opposite pocket. Only thing you'd say here is he's under the cushion.
Little close to the cushion, yeah.
So he can't really get the position he would have wanted. He's going to have to just run this in. Try and get... Well, he had an option there. He either runs straight through to leave it straight into the other corner, or he just takes his medicine and...
You mentioned his prowess on the snooker table.
This
is
so rare that he misses these pots.
Exactly. Great camera shot of the 8-ball.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to hit the back of the pocket?
Can you believe that?
Wow.
That's probably the best camera angle we've ever had for a Mark Boyle shot on the black. And he misses one in what? One in 30, 50? Yeah. I don't know what he misses. Probably more than that. I'd
have put my house on that shot going in.
I want to save that one.
Yeah.
It's a rarity. And I do think these two players have the utmost respect for each other. It's getting a bit twitchy, is this? Liam Dunster has made two big errors in this frame. And he won't be able to quite believe that he's still in it.
Yeah, Liam really has been let off the hook here. And he's going to wriggle free.
Just slightly overrun for perfect. Would dearly love to have pulled up short there. The other side of the yellow would have been preferable. But is he okay anyway? Just drops it in. Yeah, he's fine. Not as easy as if he'd have been the other side of it, but well, we said it last time with Mark Boyle, but this is much easier than the ball that Mark Boyle's just missed.
Liam doesn't miss this one.
Oh, we just said that about Mark Boyle, Dan. I agree with you.
Liam doesn't miss this one. In it goes, 6-4. Mark will be disappointed in himself. I think it's fair to say. Here's the shot. Here's the fatal moment again in the frame for Mark Boyle. He's just missed it. It's just nothing else to say about it. He just missed it. Played it confidently, put his cue through the ball, just missighted it.
10 out of 10 for camera work.
0 out of 10 for the pot.
Yeah. There you see. Yeah.
Camera operator getting some well-deserved plaudits.
Yeah.
As should all the team here, actually. From the referees, like our senior ref in there, Scott McMillan, through to the tournament directors, all the tour staff, and of course all of the camera crew, directors, everyone's done a top job this weekend. It's and of course the table technicians, who you can just about see working away in the background.
Yeah.
If you're eagle-eyed enough. Starting the breakdown. That's a long job.
It is. This arena will be the job later on.
Yep. A somewhat thankless task.
Yeah.
Of dismantling 24 pool tables and all of the rigging and all of the lighting and all of the arena.
Yeah. Enjoying his pizza there in the background.
I want to point out that's not an IPA member of staff. That's Matt Meads. He's from Kent. Lovely man. And enjoys his food by the looks of things.
So Mark Boyle returns from his comfort break. From one break to another. Look at the middle again.
Well,
Isn't it strange how often that ball is going towards that middle?
I'd love to see that break again, because this was totally unlike any of his other breaks. I think he caught the front ball.
Have a look.
I might have just blinked at the wrong moment, but
Have a look. No, I think he did.
No. Yeah,
I think he might have done there, you know.
yeah. It was sort of quite a long way off.
But the split was so good that if he caught the front ball thin, you wouldn't have thought you'd got that break, would you?
No,
Yeah.
no, perhaps not. Perhaps it might just be my eyes playing tricks on me. No, he didn't. It was a classic
It's
break.
Strange though, all his problems seem to be towards that middle pocket, don't they? The same middle pocket.
Yeah.
And there's no particular reason for that. It's just the way it's going. So once again, we've had a few, haven't we, from the break? A few 8 balls down.
Yeah, that's his third in this match.
And that's, well,
That's a
that in
lot.
itself is rare.
Yeah.
There were tournaments back in the day, Dan, where I think it was £10,000 at one point for an 8 from the break. And I'm talking about 30 odd years ago, probably. Seriously.
Boyle would be
A random
absolutely
TV
minted.
pool, honestly, a random TV event. Was it John Bull or something? I can't remember exactly what the name was, but
That's a great
it
break.
certainly was one.
That is a great break. And it's a great result. That might be the best of the lot.
Well, he needs it. Look at that.
Look at them. You're absolutely right. He does need it. Trailing 6-4. All he can do is continue to dish his own breaks and hope that he gets another chance off the Dunster break.
So he's going to take reds here. The issue being the 8 ball is up there, top of the table as we see on the screen, below the balk line. That's just needs some attention.
Yeah, you've got a couple of nice windows to drop into, but I agree. You want to finish nicely on it. Does the red closest to the black spot pass to the bottom left? I don't think it does.
No, I don't think it does either. It doesn't look like it from the overhead, does it?
No.
But we'll soon find out. This will tell you everything you need to know, this next shot, I would think.
So does he have the angle here then to top through and land on that ball to the centre, or get right up for the one closest to the top rail?
Well, it does go. Does it? Or does he go long?
Perhaps he's going long.
Yeah. If he is going long, he's going to have a lot of distance there to travel. To travel to the 8.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that, if you look, is that if he does, as he just queued up there, if that red nearest the corner is his last red, as long as he goes up table to the left-hand side as we look at it now. He doesn't really have any traffic, does he? As long as he gets somewhere near that bottom rail.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, it is quite precise. It's full length of the table. It just makes it that much harder to judge.
Yeah. So he'll be using the side cushion, top left of screen now, you would think, if he's going to play this. Needs to be confident with the path of the cue ball here. Exactly like that.
That's a beauty.
Just look at that.
That is a beauty.
It is, but he knew there were no traffic in that corner.
Yep.
Nothing could hamper him, as long as he hit that side rail. Anywhere on that side rail, in effect. As long as he had enough pace. He was going to be plumb on this 8-ball. There you go. So 6-5.
Mark Boyle back to within 1. Another break dish in this match. They have been coming thick and fast. And just yet another pinpoint positional finish from Mark Boyle. Sees this clash of the Titans rage on. Boyle and Dunster separated by just 1 frame. 11 frames into the match. Possible 4 still remaining. Mark Boyle needs 3 of them if he is to progress. Liam Dunster just 2. And at a crucial moment, the Dunster break has failed. And what an opportunity it has left for Mark Boyle. The first time in the match that Mark Boyle will come to the table immediately following the Liam Dunster break. It's his first dry break. It leaves a nice table. But there are a couple of issues. The yellow down to the board to the bottom left is making it tough for reds. He doesn't have a nice opening yellow, so let's see what Mark can do from here. How do you think he's going to get down towards that awkward red, Andy?
Well, the red furthest, well, as you look now, so nearest this bottom corner, left-hand side there. I mean, there's an opportunity if he feels he could potentially use that, couldn't he? There are a few balls where he can get behind it. Let's see what angle he gets. Certainly not simple. Sorry, Dan. It's certainly not simple to get behind. He's certainly not going to play a skill shot.
I just wonder if he could get there now.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He's got multiple balls where he's got an opportunity to try and stun behind it if he needs to. But if he was just to run this ball through into middle, for instance, he could potentially try. So play this. Yeah, just run through, look. And now, if he wanted to, there's an opportunity. He could try and play into the corner, off the bottom, and get behind it if he wanted to. And if he wasn't successful, he'd be unfortunate not to be into a red into middle. So let's just see what he thinks. That's what he's played. Well, he's played to nudge it, which is the same. Well, look at that. That is unlucky.
Is it? I think he's all right. I think he can take it to the top right, sorry.
Does the red still pass the yellow into the corner? Because instead of trying to land on it, he intentionally tried to push it there towards the cushion. And still leave himself on the ball in the middle. So there you see, it doesn't. So he's forced to take this top corner.
Yeah, I think this is okay. That's
Look at
in.
that.
That's in.
Boom.
And the position is once again perfect. I think he can just run this in and top through into the black. He'll hold nicely for the red.
Yeah, he didn't try to go around the back of that red. He deliberately hit the face of it.
Yeah.
Great shot. Great thinking.
Might be going past the black here, actually. Yeah. Either way.
Don't stick to the yellow.
Just out far enough, I think, that he can see enough of the cue ball to cue at it nicely.
But where does he leave the black? When he's hampered like this, what's he going to do with it?
Does he have the angle to come back across the table for
Yeah.
the same pocket?
Top it, yeah, I think it. Well, he's missed.
Oh,
He's
fluked it? He's fluked it. Oh,
Oh, dear.
wow.
Unlucky.
He's got no position.
No.
He's got a double.
Cross double or a cross treble.
The treble's a good
You can't
option.
play cushion first to kick off the yellow in front of the pocket. It's too far away. Well, I tell you something. When you fluked a ball like that and you should have been back in your seat. You'll try anything.
What is he trying here? Oh my
What a
word!
shot. Oh.
What on earth is that? He's not human. That might be the best skill shot I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
I didn't even think of
That
attempting
is,
that.
I mean, that's miles away from the pocket.
Look at that for a shot.
I mean, the fluke is
Yeah,
unreal.
but the skill
but
shot's
the
that's the
skill
best,
shot.
best one I've ever seen. Ever. Definitely.
That's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. It's not even like he's straight behind it. It's an angle.
An angle, and then he has to follow it through. How far?
6 inches?
Yeah, crazy. Brilliant. Never even thought about that. I didn't think it was an option.
Well,
And it was absolute loss of frame if he didn't make it, wasn't it? It was just handing the table over.
if that goes out on a highlight reel, I think it'll be X-rated. That might be the best shot I've ever seen.
Yeah, anybody who plays pool knows how difficult that was.
That is one for the ages from Mark Boyle.
You rarely see emotion from Liam Dunster, but you could see there that's really hurt him. Really hurt him.
That would hurt me.
Great break again. Cue ball. Brilliant. That could be so costly for Liam Dunster. I mean, massive fluke. And then what a shot, the skill shot.
I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words.
I'll be honest with you, I'm lost for words that he even attempted it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
The confidence, he must have felt that was an odds-on outcome for him.
I mean, I don't know about that. I just think maybe he thought it was the best chance, but
Really?
I know. I can't.
I'd rather try and double the ball or treble it and take the pocket.
I mean, we could talk about that shot for hours, and we will. I know I will. I'll bore people about that shot.
Look at this. It wasn't even straight, as you said. Look at that.
I mean, the fist bump is well deserved. That's some serious self-belief.
Well, that's shot of the championship for me, or shot of the weekend, shot of this tournament. I don't know, shot of something.
The season,
Yeah.
the IPA ever, possibly.
I'd like somebody to replicate that. It's not easy, that.
No.
A good challenge.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, that might be a social media video in the future.
Yeah.
Recreate Mark's skill shot, because that is. We should talk about this frame, because Mark's played a really nice finish here.
Yeah, yes.
And he's leaving this plant.
Yeah, and imagine if you're Liam Dunster from nowhere. Look, for all intents and purposes that you were coming to the table after that missed ball, he flukes it and then plays, well, shot of the weekend, definitely. And all of a sudden, look at this.
It's so rare that you see it, but look at Liam's body language right now. It's almost defeated. I've never seen that. I've never seen him arms folded.
Well, I said to you, in the when he played that skill shot, after he fluked that ball, I could see him. He never shows any emotion, and that absolutely killed him.
I've never seen Liam look like that. He sits exactly the same all the time. He's robotic in that. And perhaps he just, I don't know, it's almost like he just knows.
Destiny.
You can't play against that.
No, but I mean, Liam is too well seasoned to let this affect him long term. The problem is, I say long term.
Yeah, because short term.
It's very short term, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to take the lead, to be on the hill, so just to require one more frame to be in the final this evening. What a frame that was. What a fluke. And what a skill shot.
They call him Mr. Magic, and it's easy to see why. That is better than any woman sawn in half or rabbit out of the hat that I have ever seen.
Yeah, crazy. Not even straight behind it.
Crazy. He's pulled off the impossible there.
I mean, look at that for a fluke. Catches the jaws of the corner and then ends up hitting the other corner.
But that...
Look at that shot.
That shot.
Brilliant. Look at it. It gets harder every time I see it.
It's outrageous. It is outrageous.
Yeah, on an angle like that. Crazy. Crazy game.
Crazy game. Crazy player. Wonderful player. And that is break dish, reverse dish, break dish. Not that that tells you the story. But for Mark Boyle, he has gone from 6-4 behind to 7-6 in front. And Liam Dunster has not seen the table in that time. Liam has one last chance to keep himself in the match, you feel. This break has to be good.
Ball down. Ball down. So that was the first thing that he desperately needed.
Yeah, it's the first piece of the jigsaw in place, and actually, this is a really nice split, and you fully expect this to be 7-all.
Well, we say that, yeah. I mean, I do, but
I know,
this is not,
I know.
yeah,
this
yeah.
is we're at the business end
Yeah.
of the match and the tournament, and the pressure's high, and
Yeah.
Liam. We can't ever question Liam's mental
No.
strength, but I have never seen body language like that
Yeah.
from Liam.
But I will say that now he's back at the table, he looks exactly the same as he normally does.
Yeah. You know, you said short term and long term, and well, maybe Liam's short term is 5 minutes.
So the key ball here is the red that's just next to that yellow.
Yeah.
And he has a bit of insurance with the yellow that's on the side cushion right of the table. He does double. But listen, Liam won't be thinking about what his opponent can do if this goes wrong. He is all out, killer mode here. This is an absolute must-get finish. Nowhere to hide here. And he's perfect. Look at this. Runs the red into middle, holds on the black. And I've watched him so often use other balls like that. A lot of players like to avoid making contact and play the natural path. And he often uses balls deliberately. Great idea. You can't overrun, you can't underrun. So, are we going to go hill? Is it going to be decider?
It certainly looks that way.
Yeah.
It's difficult to argue against it, isn't it? But strange things happen in pool. And there's 5 balls still to be potted here for Liam Dunster. And he will give them each the same level of respect.
Yeah, it's the shot after this that really is key.
Doesn't want to be hampered.
Exactly. It's the shot after this. And there you see.
Oh.
Well, he's looking. He can bridge over, jack the cue up.
He can actually play the one up to the top left now.
He can. But does he want to? Just depends how comfortable he is queuing over this yellow. I don't think it's too much of an issue. Yeah. Straight back out here. I think that's the right shot, Dan.
Agree.
There was an argument for going up table, definitely. The only thing you'd say here is he should have been in a much better position had he not been hampered. And that can play tricks with your mind. So into the corner, screws over to the side. Anything right of the table as a result? Or is he going to run into this red? Yep, screws over to the side. For a second, the way he was queuing there, it confused me. But yeah, screws over to the side. And Liam has done everything he can to stay in this match. This is to go. Hill, parity, 7 apiece, race to 8. The bad news, Dan, is it's Mark Boyle to break.
Certainly, that is the bad news for
Liam
fans
Dunster.
of Liam Dunster.
Definitely. Not for Mark Boyle, but it is for Liam Dunster. The 2 players of this calibre, I think we deserve a last frame decider.
We absolutely do. This has been... it's so hard to find words to describe it that aren't overused or cliched, but honestly, this is one of the best matches you'll ever see.
It is. It's got
It's
everything.
unreal.
And I almost feel it's better for the couple of errors, you know, showing the human side.
Yeah.
Great to watch, flawless pool. But both players, you could see, they both felt it in periods in this. Here you can see, look, great friendship.
Yeah,
Nice to see Liam smiling there.
proper respect between these two.
Yeah.
They get on so well off the table, and they have put on a show for us tonight.
So, the law of averages would tell you that Mark Boyle will make a break here. And more often than not, he stays at the table. And he would dearly love for that to continue.
Well, we've had 12 out of 14 frames that have been dished from the break. Mark Boyle will be desperate to make that 15 as long as it's a break and dish and not a reverse.
Yeah, no cue ball in the pocket as well, please. For you Mark Boyle fans out there.
The cue ball is close. The red is dropping in. He's made a ball. It looked like it was going to go dry. It looked very dry.
Yeah, that was only just, wasn't it?
But there's drama here because he's got to take reds.
Yeah.
He's got a yellow down by the bottom right corner. And which red do you take first? Do you go all the way down table and take the 3-ball plant?
No, I don't think so.
Or do you take the plant to the top right? Because I don't think he's got a straight pot on.
Yeah. See well, I think you play this plant up top here, the two balls. The issue with playing the 3-ball plant down at distance like that, it's, yeah, you're guaranteed to make the red, aren't you? It's just, you know, you'd rather play that 3-ball plant delicately to make sure you leave the 2 balls that remain. So I think this is the right shot.
There's work to do with the cue ball on this one as well.
Yeah.
He's absolutely nailed that. That's a great shot.
So he's in a better line now for this 3-ball plant. If he chooses, but he can stay up top here as well. Just work his way down.
Yeah. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy to work out which is the best route here. If you get it right, then he shouldn't have to play a difficult shot, but it's getting it right.
Yeah, and he played the right way there, definitely. That could have been tricky, you know. 3-ball plan. He wasn't guaranteed to leave these two reds. So if he'd have left them till the last 3 and it had gone wrong there, he'd have been in all sorts of trouble, really.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that he's gone early, and really, well, he's done everything he needs to do here.
Played at a beautiful pace.
It wasn't for the fact it was final frame to go into the final. You feel that this would be over. We've seen a few things happen in this match. And once again, this is the key shot, Dan.
Yep.
Red to corner.
Has to find the gap.
Yeah. Doesn't particularly want to be straight, does he, when he comes out here? Doesn't want to be straight. He really doesn't.
I think he's okay. I think he can stun across the face of that red. But he needs to leave enough angle to get back out for the black. This isn't done just yet.
He'd have liked to have been at least 6 inches to the right of where he is now to be perfect. But I think he's okay as well, Dan, I'll be honest. Yeah, he's fine. Now, what do you do here for the black?
Yeah, I think you just drop this in and bit of running side over to the side rail and take the black down to the bottom left.
Well, that's what he's attempting. So loading up, right hand side. Well, come up slightly short of perfect. But as we keep saying, ex-professional snooker player. Fantastic single ball potter. And this is for the match. And I said it last time and cursed him, he missed.
I was going to say, let's see what camera angle we've got for this shot. Because
we got the best camera angle ever last time and he missed.
Oh no. This one for the final.
And it's there.
Right in the heart of the pocket, and Mark Boyle takes a wonderful 8-7 victory over Liam Dunster. An incredible performance from both players. Honestly, one of the best matches you will ever see on a pool table. 13 out of 15 finishes from the break, Andy.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolute top class.
What a standard.
Mega standard.
Yeah. As Andy says, a mega standard. Glorious from both players. Mark Boyle, phenomenal. Had the luck on his side as well. That fluke leading on to that skill shot. Astonishing stuff from the Scotsman, but equally supported in the match by his compatriot Liam Dunster. And we're going to throw over to the studio. Kev Barton is in the studio with Andy Richardson. They're going to have a little chat ahead of the final.
Have we just witnessed there?
Well, superb. What entertainment that was. Honestly, I could do with a lie down after that. Fantastic, incredible.
I mean, at 6-4, it looked like Liam was going to get revenge, if that's the right word, over Mark and get his place in the final. But Mark Boyle just seemed to go up a gear. And fair play to Liam, a great dish to force the decider.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, 7-6 down there. After seeing that the ball that he missed, Mark Boyle misses the ball, attempts it in the bottom corner, misses it, and look at that skill shot. I mean, I didn't even see it, did you?
Well, I I couldn't get my breath. I mean, he'd got the fluke before that to leave that position, and
It's awful for Liam, obviously. But look at that. He's not even straight behind it. That's a tough skill shot if you're straight behind the 8. But an angle like that, I just wouldn't have thought of it. I'd have been trying to cross double it or something. I don't know what you think, Kevin. What were you doing with it?
I think I'd have just been thrashing it around the table, Andy, just to try and find a pocket. I mean, the players never let us down, do they? You know, they turn up and they just deliver that. I mean, that is absolute entertainment and drama at its highest.
It's been an absolute pleasure all weekend, honestly, to commentate on this. The standard, as I've said loads of times before, but this weekend especially, some fantastic matchups. Brilliant, honestly.